great. Thanks.
Excellent. Hey, I'm so excited about this year. I know you were in the meeting last week where we talked about the customer experience and how that's going to be a really important strategy for us as an organization this year. So I'm pretty excited about where we're headed, and I want to spend some time with you today to really get clear on what your goals are going to be for the year. I thought we could get that started today, and then we'll probably need to finish it up maybe a little later in the week. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, great. All right. So as we talked about, customer experience being really important for us this year, I think we've got off to a really good start last year with the Lean Six Sigma stuff. So I think we've got a really nice foundation. I think some things went pretty well with that. I don't know, what was your take on that?
Yeah, I think they really streamlined our system and made some improvements that I think will ultimately benefit the customers.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that too. And so I think this year we're really going to need to shift that now and really make sure that our customers have a great experience, not just a good experience, but they have a really exceptional experience. So I know that's going to be challenging for us in some ways. What's your view on how we're doing and how much of a gap do we have there in your opinion?
Well, we've done some research and we know that customers are really satisfied when they hang up the phone from us.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm not sure we have a good follow-up system.
Yeah.
So later on down the road to see if that service or product we provided is really meeting their goals in the workplace. So I think we could do a better job with follow-up.
Yeah, that makes sense to me too, and that's exactly really what I was thinking in terms of our direction for the organization or for our department this year. So what are some areas that you think you personally can contribute to making a difference for the organization in terms of this customer experience and the things that you were talking about?
Yeah, well, I think, being so involved in that customer interface, I could form a cross-functional team that gets people from many angles of the organization involved to really assess and maybe do some follow-up or surveys or something to see how that experience is long-term.
I like that idea. I think that's a really good idea. Another thing that I thought about was the training. A lot of our training is focused on how you do things, how you use the technology, but it seems like we don't focus quite as much on how do you really delight the customer and how do you make sure that they have everything that they need, not just satisfied, but maybe that extra step.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I can really see deploying that.
Now, how do you think we're doing against that in the hiring process? Do you think we're getting people that really want to help the customer have that experience, or do you think we've got some room to grow there?
Yeah, I think we've got a really fun culture, and I think people are really identifying with that, and people that don't fit into the culture seem to work their way out.
Yeah.
So sometimes we hire questionably fitted employees, but they seem to work their way out on their own at this point.
I wonder if we should be proactive about that. I wonder if there's some things that we could do on the front end to make sure that people have a really good experience to start with and that they're a really good fit, because it still costs us a lot of money and a lot of time to bring in the wrong person.
Maybe people from the department could actually be part of the interview process at some point in the interviewing cycle.
I think that's a really good idea. I think we've got enough to get started on now. I've got some great ideas. I know we need to wrap up for today, but could you take those ideas away, maybe just think about them a bit more, and then I'd really like to see some good measurements. 6 to 8 really good goals that are going to make a difference for our organization, and some really clear measurements around time, quality, quantity, cost, so we're both on the same page.
Sounds great. Yeah, I could absolutely do that.
Fabulous. And then we'll meet again on Friday, and we will nail down those final goals then.
Great. Sounds wonderful.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Thanks.